This lens, the TTArtisan 35mm f0.95, another 35mm lens, but f0.95 under £200 or dollars. Is it worth it? How's this intro doing? Yeah, let's check it out up close, get it out into the field for some random tests, and then have a little waffle about it, and then it'll be over to you in the comments below. You know the crack. Let's get on with it. As usual, we've got a warranty card. We've got a little instruction booklet. Don't forget to set your camera to shoot without lens, otherwise you won't be able to fire off any shots. And yeah, that is basically everything in the box. Here's the lens itself. Feels nice, metal, dinky little thing. I think that's really the initial selling point of this as a 0.95. We've got a 0.95 clicked, listen, clicked aperture ring, and that goes to 16. Manual focus, so you can see it move in and out there. So we've got from 35 centimeters through to hard stop on infinity. Metal mount at the back, standard goodness, and we've got that cap that is not practical in the field but is very good for protecting it in your bag, so that's absolutely fine, and it keeps down the size in your bag too. Not bad at all. 52mm filter size. We've got 10 diaphragm blades with 7 elements in 5 groups. Yeah, how about it? 45-degree angle of view. I think it's time to get it on my camera, which is not close to hand right now, and see how it fares. Obviously, I'll show you what it's like on the camera shortly. After giving this some proper use, the best thing about it for me is the size and feel of the lens. Yes, that focus ring has the controversial texture, but it moves well, and the aperture ring, somewhere here, there we go, clicks along nicely. On my T4, the lens was easy enough to shoot with, you know, I guess plus marks for the build and handling. Certainly a fairly discreet lens for street photography, for example. Wide open, the lens is obviously soft. It's as simple as that. Well, you might find it usable in some situations. Color rendering is a bit off. Colors are muted and a little bit underwhelming too. Contrast isn't too bad actually, all things considered. It's a little bit on the low side, but yeah, okay. I don't want to be overly harsh about the image quality, but it is mushy. It's definitely got character, and that probably won't appeal to all of you. Now, because we've got more than enough 35mm lenses, I shot all the images in this video at 0.95, and you know, sure, stop down and life does get much better with this around f4, but again, there's plenty out there, you know, if you're not going to be shooting 0.95. So yeah, in the next set of samples, we're going to explore the bokeh a little bit more, see what you think. Chromatic aberration is kind of wild. Distortion is very pronounced, as you would have noticed from the get-go in the intro. Vignetting, not as bad as I was expecting, but the lens is prone to flaring. As usual, the test shots should speak for themselves, but I'm looking forward to reading your experiences too. After the absolute hit of the 27mm, this was basically disappointing. At £209, yes, you get a fairly well-made, dinky f0.5 standard lens, but, you know, shooting wide open or thereabouts, personally, it's just not fun. TTArtisans, I'm sorry, make an equivalent that is a better lens. And yes, I'm sorry, TTArtisan, you've got a lot of winners. We absolutely love you, but this one just isn't for me.